You see, the length of the inseam of your shorts, whether it's 5 inches, 7 inches, 9 inches, it can drastically affect the overall appearance of the outfit. Now, a lot of guys seem to default towards a longer length, which makes a lot of sense because most guys are used to wearing pants and we think a longer length is going to be a little bit more formal. But here's the deal. Mid-thigh length, about a 7-inch inseam for most men, is going to suit you best. Now, the next thing most guys don't know about shorts is your sock choice is just as important as your shoe choice. Now, if you're wearing athletic shoes and athletic shorts, of course you want to wear athletic socks. Typically, these socks can cover the ankle or go a few inches up the leg, and occasionally there are longer ones, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I know some of you guys like, and those can go almost all the way up to the knee. Again, I'm going to advise you to go shorter here and definitely consider those ankle socks. They are tasteful and timeless. But what about when you're wearing shorts out and about town, your daily wear? In this case, with almost all your shoe choices, you want to look at going with a no-show sock. Now, a lot of guys out there don't even know what no-show socks are, let alone own them, so let me explain. No-show socks fit right on the feet and stay below the ankle. Now, the higher quality ones are able to stay on the feet because they've got a good elastic around the opening, and they usually have a rubber or silicone insert that helps them adhere to the feet around the ankle. I personally love them. I wear them throughout the summer with sneakers or even dress shoes. And overall, it gives a seamless look, a nice transition from the shorts down to the shoe. In today's video, gents, I'm sharing with you everything you need to know in order to look great in shorts this summer. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the earliest form of shorts can be traced back to over 5,000 years ago. We look at the ancient Egyptians, we look at the ancient Greeks. Shorts were common. Now, at the time, they weren't called shorts, they were called loincloths, and they were normally worn under other clothing. Although the Greeks, the athletic bunch they were, they recognized that, hey, this was something you could actually wear in sport, in training, and it would do a pretty good job of protecting the nether regions. Now, the loincloth and forms of short underwear would pop in and out of history simply because of the functional aspect. I mean, it's a lot easier to wash your loincloth, your shorts, than it is to wash your outer clothing, right? Now, in the medieval ages, this garment picked up a new name called the brace. Loose-fitted shorts that were either made from wool or a linen, they fit under tunics and sometimes were actually knee length. But the first pair of true modern shorts used by a large group of men, well, that credit goes to the soldiers of the British military, who in the 19th century, when over in India, devised this outer garment that was knee length, made from that khaki cotton material that they were already using, and just simply was more comfortable in the incredibly hot climate of India. But what about for the average guy? Well, in the 1920s, we started to see the rise of sports clothing. The sports jacket emerged in that time period. In the 1930s, we started seeing men wearing shorts. In fact, it was called a shorts set, the idea of having a matching top, a matching bottom. This was for the gentleman of leisure when he was out playing sport and needed to have full movement of his limbs. Now, during World War II, we saw a lot of fabrics rationed, so shorts were selected for because, hey, they used less clothing. And after World War II, the style became a lot more popular, especially in swimwear. It just made sense in the 1950s, 60s, as dress codes started to get a little bit more lax. All of a sudden, men didn't have an issue going to the beach and exposing their chest, and wearing shorts allowed them to get in and out of the water, dry quicker, and just be able to have more freedom of movement. And at this point, we need to give a shout out to the Bermuda shorts. For those of you guys that have ever been over to Bermuda, yes, this is actually an official uniform, and these are considered just as formal as trousers. That being said, for most traditional men, shorts were still the thing of boys, of children. That's because a lot of school uniforms started using shorts after the clothing rations of World War I, World War II. But seriously, it wasn't until the 1970s and 1980s that grown men started wearing shorts pretty much, as a counterculture move. We saw this, the youth actually came in and said, you know what, we're gonna wear these jean cutoffs. We're gonna wear this clothing here, and we don't care what the old establishment says. And even though a lot of older guys started jumping in on the fashion train, they still remain, though, the garment of the youth. Casual, made from a wide variety of materials. It was actually in the 1990s that we saw probably one of the most common styles, the cargo short, emerge as well. And over the last 20 years, what we've seen is shorts have become a modern men's classic. What I like is you've got tons of options, from board shorts to Bermuda shorts to khaki shorts to jean shorts. You've got all these different styles made from different materials that you can match with a variety of other pieces of clothing and come up with some pretty sharp looking outfits. So first, let's talk about some of the most common styles of shorts you're going to see out there. First up, let's talk about chino shorts. Now, chino shorts aren't exclusively made from cotton. I've got a variety in my wardrobe that are actually made from synthetic materials, but what we're looking for here is a sleek overall look. These are going to be the kind of shorts that you can wear with a collared shirt. They're actually not the most formal. That is the next style we're going to talk about. The Bermuda short. Of all the shorts on this list, this one has one of the longest histories and has a strong association with the country of Bermuda. These shorts are also longer, about knee-high in length, and because of their history and the way that they're worn, in certain situations, they are just as formal as a pair of trousers. You can wear these things on vacation, or you can wear these things in a casual business setting. Again, you got to be in the right environment, probably in the right country, but yeah, these are technically dress shorts. Now, a third type, very similar to the chino shorts, is going to be the tailored short. Now, tailored shorts are fitted, are structured, usually made from a higher end material. We're going to sometimes see these things made from a worsted wool, linen, but most likely cotton. You'll see these in darker colors, and again, these are made to go with structured clothing, so you're going to see them with a collared shirt, maybe a button-down linen. These are for wearing out on the boat. They are definitely for dressing up a bit when you want to look good. Still, it's 100 degrees outside. You want to dress cool. And with those out of the way, let's get into casual shorts. And for most shorts, this is going to be the realm that you're going to probably play in as a guy that simply wants something that is functional. So first up, the cargo short. Now, I know a lot of guys hate cargo shorts. For the most part, I think they're overplayed, but I still have some in my wardrobe because when it comes down to function in the heat, not much beats the cargo short because you've got those big pockets right there on the side. You can hold a water bottle, extra set of keys, a map, a compass, an extra set of diapers, whatever it is you need as a dad or just a guy. Cargo shorts can get the job done. But because of the style, because of that extra pocket, and usually because you're going to see this in a wide range of fabrics, usually a heavier weight cotton, sometimes like in a camo. Because of all that, these shorts are going to be ultra casual. Next up, we've got denim shorts. For a lot of guys, they're going to cut them off and make them themselves. Other guys actually buy these. I still see young men wearing denim shorts around. The issue with denim shorts is simply they're made from denim. Denim is going to be a thicker material that just isn't as comfortable in hot weather. And I get it. If you like the look, go for it. But yeah, me, I'd rather go for something else. Next up, we got athletic shorts. As the name implies, these are for athletics, and you've got everything from basketball shorts to running shorts. Oftentimes, it's going to be the material that they're made from is going to vary, as well as the length, the inseam. A lot of basketball shorts we see have longer inseams. Running shorts, yeah, you're lucky to get a 1-inch inseam on those things. I remember back in the Marine Corps, we had our silkies. Yeah, if you've never worn a pair of silkies, you are missing out. Skies out, thighs out. Wear and love your silkies. And of course, let's not forget swim trunks. Now, within swim trunks, we're going to see variety specific styles, board shorts being one of the more popular ones. Now, the common theme we're going to see with swim trunks is made from lightweight materials that dry very quickly, but depending on what you want to use the trunks for, board shorts, it makes sense getting on and off a board, so they're going to fit closer to the body. They're going to have less areas that can get snagged. Speedos, not my style, but if you're a swimmer, if you're someone that's doing a lot of diving and you want to be able to have full freedom of movement of the body, or you're a little bit bigger of a guy, you're not afraid to show yourself off. If you've got the cojones to pull off a pair of Speedos and you want to, you think it looks good on you, you be you. But for most guys, I'll just recommend the classic swim trunks. They got the elastic around the waist. They're going to have anywhere from a 2 to a 4-inch inseam. 2 pockets on the side with the elastic waistband. They get the job done and are a classic. Now, when it comes to material, you're going to see cotton and synthetics. Those are going to be the 2 most common out there. Synthetics, especially in swimwear, which I think is a great thing. But even in my dress shorts, like I said, I have a lot of synthetic performance materials, which do a great job of wicking away moisture. They have a really smooth look, and I think are perfectly fine. Cotton, on the other hand, has been with us for thousands and thousands of years. It's also incredibly durable. When cotton gets wet, it gets a little bit stronger, and it really can take a beating in the washing machine. So I've got cotton shorts that have lasted me for years, but over time, they do start to show a bit of wear. Now, you're also going to see materials like linen and seersucker. If you want something that's a bit cooler, I'd say go for it. Linen, in general, is going to wrinkle more, but that's part of the charm. That's part of what linen is and what it does. And again, denim, in general, I feel it's too heavyweight to work with shorts, but you will find some shorts out there made from a lightweight denim. In that case, go for it. Gents, if you want to step up your style efficiently and effectively, look for a proven path. A curriculum that saves you from confusion, from bad information, from crappy teachers. You want to make sure that you're not just learning facts, but you actually are being shown concepts. Lessons that give you foundations. They give you the fundamentals to be able to dress sharp in any situation. It's also great if you can surround yourself with like-minded men, because how many times have you tried to learn something and there are other people that don't want to be there, they're distracting you, or worse, they're tempting you to go do something else. Which is why, gents, I wanted to show you this. My new free group for you that not only has instruction, but an amazing community that is distraction free. It's got a great app. And did I say it's free? Guys, I've developed this for you. Finally, I found a platform that makes this so simple, so easy, and so effective for you to be able to step up your style. Seriously, gents, I've got courses in this community that I used to sell. You can get for free. I've set up prizes. I've gamified it. Guys, I'm going to link to it down in the description. Or if you just want to go over to the URL, it's at skool.com/RMRS. This group is free, although you do have to answer 3 questions. I don't ask for your email address. I simply want to make sure that we keep spammers out of the group. It's a high quality group. It's an amazing community that I am proud to give to you guys. Now, at this point, gents, let's talk about the rules to looking good in shorts. First up, know the dress code. Yes, there is always a dress code. Otherwise, you could walk around naked. So if it's an outdoor wedding and they're expecting people to dress well, understand shorts may be a bit too casual, no matter how hot it is. You would say, okay, what are the options? Okay, tropical weight wool trousers, a lightweight pair of chinos that you can roll up and show your ankles. And those are actually relatively cool. The point is, by their very nature, shorts are casual. So make sure that you're wearing them in the appropriate situations. Rule number 2, fit matters. So I know most of you guys aren't going to take your shorts to get them tailored. It's going to cost you, in your mind, too much money. So in that case, make sure when you buy the shorts, they fit you well. Look around, try different sizes, try different brands. A medium in one brand is not a medium in another brand. Find the brand, find the size that suits you. You may have to spend a little bit more time doing this, or again, take it into your tailor, get it adjusted. But when you find a pair of shorts that fits you well, and if you like wearing shorts, don't be afraid to stick with that brand, that size, and maybe get them in a variety of colors. I do this all the time, batch buying, and I find that it serves me well because I have everything I need and I can rotate through different styles, different colors. I get a lot more miles out of doing it that way. Now, what about colors? What about patterns? So the classic colors, very similar to trousers. You can go with khaki, you can go with a dark blue, especially if you want to wear those shorts with a collared shirt, if you're looking to dress it up a bit. These colors don't grab attention. They allow the shirt, they allow your other accessories to be the star of the outfit. That being said, if you're keeping the rest of your outfit muted, let's say you're going with a pair of white sneakers or a white shirt, well, you could actually pull off a pair of shorts that have a stronger color to them. Orange, maroon, brighter blues, a deep purple. It's really easy, again, when you've got simple shirts like whites, light blues, or maybe a slight color that's actually in the pattern. You could repeat that, maybe like a dark blue. But yeah, in those situations, the shorts become the centerpiece. They become the item that the eyes will be drawn to. Now, what about footwear? Earlier, we talked about socks, but footwear, you've actually got a lot of options here. You're not going to want to go with anything that's a high top. You're going to want to keep them all low tops, but you can go from a wide variety of sneakers to tasteful running shoes to stepping it up to a pair of loafers in a light colored leather. Now, what about shoes dressier than a pair of loafers, like a pair of Oxfords or something? I personally wouldn't wear any type of dress shoe that's laced with a pair of shorts. Loafers in a dark color are about as dressy of shoes as I would ever wear with a pair of shorts. A casual pair of leather shoes like boat shoes work perfectly fine. So my thoughts here when it comes to shorts, especially when we're talking the khaki shorts, the tailored shorts, those dressier shorts, look at the color of those shorts. And imagine if they were a pair of trousers, what color shoes could you wear with them? So what about shirts? Well, the easiest, of course, is t-shirts, but this is also going to be the most casual. I like to avoid graphic tees. I know some of you guys like it, but going with a solid color, maybe even looking for a v-neck, again, a shirt that has a nice drape, a few inches past the waistline of the short because you don't want to be tucking these in. This is going to be one of the more casual, just a classic look, and it really works for a younger guy, especially if he's in great shape. If you're an older guy in great shape, you can, of course, still pull it off. But if you want to step it up, look to bring in a collar, and there's a wide variety of different shirts out there. One of the easiest, most classic is going to be the polo. I think a pair of chino shorts, tailored shorts with a polo, heck, you can even wear a casual polo or a plain polo with a pair of cargo shorts. And if the pockets aren't overstuffed, if the shorts fit you well, that can be a great looking combination. Now, for those of you with a little bit more skill, but you want a really good look to a casual button down, especially like in a material like linen. Even though they're going to be longer sleeve, guess what? You can roll up those sleeves. All of a sudden, you have 1 or 2 buttons that are undone here, maybe even wear an undershirt, depending on what the weather is, to be able to protect you from the sweat coming down. But overall, this is a great look. And in some cases, maybe the shirt is going to be untucked. It can do a decent job sometimes of covering up a little bit of weight around the midsection. Although a better plan here would probably be making sure the shirt and the shorts are a similar shade, so you create this monochrome monochromatic look and allow the eyes to go up and down. Now, of course, if you're in shape, if you take good care of your body, or you're a little bit of a thinner guy, you can go with a short sleeve button down. The key here is making sure it fits you around the arm area. If you don't have the biggest guns, you want to make sure maybe get that tightened up a bit. And when it comes to short sleeve shirts, there are tons of great colors, from the Cuban style to, going with something that looks like a bowling shirt. I love all the different patterns and colors I see out there in the summer. If you want to get the shirt adjusted to fit you a little bit better, you can have some really good looks. Keep the shorts simple, keep them plain, and then have fun with those shirts. And the collar serves you well by framing the face. Overall, a good look, great combination here. Now, what about summer accessories? What about watches? What about sunglasses? All that stuff. Hats. Guys, I got you covered in this video right here. Summer accessories. Everything you need to know. Boom. Right here. Check it out. Solid video. Oh yeah, I know you're going to like it. Boom. Right there. Oh yeah.